The words you write today may disappear with a tap of a screen, but thousands of years ago, writing even a single sentence could take hours. There was no notebook, no printer, no paper. The strange truth is that some of humanity's greatest ideas were carved into stone, scratched onto animal skin, painted on broken pottery, and written on plants growing beside rivers. Long before paper existed, knowledge survived in ways that seem almost unbelievable today. And one forgotten invention changed human history more quietly than almost anything else ever created. The lesson begins before sunrise. A young student sits cross-legged beside an old teacher. There are no books stacked nearby, no notebooks waiting to be opened, no loose sheets ready for mistakes. Instead, a smooth clay tablet rests on the ground. The teacher hands over a sharpened reed. Every mark must be made carefully. There is no eraser, no second chance. One mistake can ruin hours of work. Elsewhere, a royal messenger carefully rolls a long strip of papyrus. In another land, a monk slowly writes on expensive animal skin. Across the mountains, craftsmen carve important laws into heavy stone. Every civilization has discovered its own strange way to preserve knowledge. But every method comes with a price. Stone is too heavy. Clay breaks easily. Papyrus tears. Animal skin costs a fortune. Knowledge exists, yet carrying it from one place to another is incredibly difficult. Every written word feels precious because creating it demands patience, skill, and sacrifice. The dark truth is that information was once trapped by the materials used to record it. A single important document could weigh several kilograms. Libraries occupied entire buildings. Books were so valuable that many were chained to shelves to prevent theft. Only wealthy rulers, priests, and scholars could afford large collections of written knowledge. Ordinary people rarely owned anything they could read. Some messages disappeared forever because floods destroyed clay tablets. Others burned inside great libraries. Countless ideas vanished simply because the material carrying them could not survive. Human knowledge was constantly fighting against fire, water, insects, and time. Civilizations remembered only what their writing materials allowed them to keep. The story of paper began in ancient China nearly 2,000 years ago. Earlier civilizations had already experimented with many writing surfaces. Egyptians created papyrus from reeds growing along the Nile. Greeks and Romans used wax tablets and parchment made from animal skin. But none of these materials solved every problem. Then a Chinese court official named Kai Lun improved an extraordinary process. Old cloth, tree bark, fishing nets, and plant fibers were soaked, beaten into pulp, mixed with water, and pressed into thin sheets. The result was light, flexible, cheap, easy to store, easy to carry. Paper slowly spread across Asia. Centuries later, it reached the Islamic world, where craftsmen improved production techniques. Eventually, it arrived in Europe, transforming education, trade, science, and communication forever. The turning point changed humanity more than almost anyone expected. Books became cheaper, schools expanded. Ideas traveled farther than ever before. Scientists shared discoveries. Merchants kept better records. Governments preserved history. Ordinary people slowly gained access to knowledge once reserved for kings. Paper quietly became the foundation of modern civilization. But here's a strange fact. Some ancient clay tablets have survived for over 4,000 years, making them older than many paper documents preserved today. Another forgotten fact is that early paper wasn't made from trees. It was created from recycled cloth, bark, hemp, and old fishing nets. The material we now use every day began as recycled waste. The next time you tear a sheet of paper from a notebook, pause for a moment. That simple page represents thousands of years of human experimentation. Stone became too heavy, clay proved too fragile, animal skin was too expensive. Papyrus could not meet the needs of a growing world. Then one quiet invention made knowledge lighter than ever before. The strangest part isn't that paper changed how humans wrote. It's that it changed how humans remembered, learned, and passed their ideas from one generation to the next. Without paper, history itself might have been forgotten.